Hey guys, this is Chandra, and this is the tutorial on the recipe album that I'm making. There's going to be 6 pages and 2 of each of these designs. So first, I have 1 of each done already, so I'll show you those and then I'll go with the tutorial. I am going to do a series again, like I did before, so stay tuned. You won't see the finished album until the last video because I don't have it done yet. So these pages measure 8 by 8, and the first one has a magnet here, and I get my magnets at joann's.com, and they're basic gray magnets. They have 2 sizes. They have these large ones and these small ones. And I am using a mixture of both of them on here. So this one, I have the large one. These are our waterfall, and there are 8 of them. So there are 17 places to put recipes or photos. Put the photo on the front, recipe card on the back. I got these 4x6 recipe cards on sale this week at Hobby Lobby, and they fit perfectly on there with just a little, border, just like if I was matting the page. So again, there are 8 of the waterfall, and then there's 1 here, so that would be 9 places. And then here is a little belly band style thing to keep those closed. So this is going to attach to the spine on the left-hand side. So this flips over, and then this flips out. Okay, let me get that in frame here. And this side has a diagonal pocket, so you could stick a bunch of photo or recipe cards in there. You can put the recipe on the front and the photo on the back if your recipe is small enough. So that's there. And then this is designed so that you can showcase a photo and the recipe card as well. You can use washi tape to attach the photo, and you can flip it up and the recipe card can be on the back. That's my idea. So I don't have the tags done yet, but I'll show those in the next video. So that's page 1. Page 2 has this little flap pocket here on the front. Let me get into frame here. And you can stick 2 cards in there. And then you can flip it open and you can put more cards and photos here. I wanted to make this versatile so you don't have to use it as a recipe album. So this just flips open and there's more opportunities for photos and such. So then it flips like this, and then you have 2 pockets, this pocket here and this pocket here. So again, you can put several recipe cards in the back pocket, in the front pocket, whatever. Okay. And the third page is a big flap again, like this, that flips open. A lot of room for different photos. And then the second part of the diagonal pocket is on the back. So again, you're going to need to make 2 of each. I already have 1 set done, so I'm going to walk you through the second set. I already have all my papers cut out, so I will just be scoring. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is do the base page. So you're going to need 6 sheets total that measure 8 by 9 and 6 sheets that measure 8 by 8. Are you going to focus? I'm going to put it so that my 9-inch side is going across the top, and I'm going to score at 1/2 inch and at 8 1/2. I'm going to do that to all 6 sheets that measure 8 by 9. Of course, in this video, I'm only doing 3. But you want to do this for as many pages as you have. Okay, so first we're going to assemble these just like we do any other basic page. Going to fold on my score marks, apply the score tape, and take the 8 by 8 sheet and place it on top of this sheet.
I'm not the type's gotta have someone. I'm not the type's gotta be in love. I had a lot of people come and go, and plus anyway, I'm used to being solo. But it was good when you came to me. You were the one to make me believe that life could be better, that we can get by together. let you know that you can relate to what I've been through. So
First one we're going to do is what I'm calling page number 1, and that is the waterfall page. So 8 cut at 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. You're going to score on the 4 3/4 side at 1/2 inch. And so that the 4 3/4 inch side is at the top, I'm going to score at 1/2 inch. I'm going to do that to all 8 sheets. What we're going to need for this page is the little band on the front, and that measures 7.5 by 2. Now I got this piece that was left over from the scraps from cutting these down. So make sure you save your scraps because you'll need some of those. Here's some of the scraps used left over, so you didn't have to waste a piece of paper. So this is just 7.5 by 2. I'm sticking it in so the 7.5 inch side is at the top, and I'm going to score at 2 and 2 1/4. And I did this so that when these photos are on here, it will be able to stick out a little bit. And I did round the corners. So I'm using the 1/2 inch corner chomper. It doesn't matter. I'm doing the longer end. So here's the little short end where we scored, and here's the score marks. So I'm just going to round the corners on the longer end. Okay. So there's those. Making sure that my side opening is on the, or my opening is on the side, I should say. And then I'm just going to fold these, apply score tape.
I'm not the type's gotta have someone. I'm not the type's gotta be in love. I had a lot of people come and go, and plus anyway, I'm used to being solo. But it was good when you came to me.
And I have the score tape on the flaps, and if you're looking at it and you unfold the flap, that's where the score tape is. So when you fold it back, it'll stick down to the page. So again, I'm making sure that my opening is on the side and I didn't flip my page around. And I'm just going to center this as best as I can. And I'm going to stick it down. I'm just going to burnish it down, and I'm going to open it up. And that leaves this line right here. Now, I'm just going to take off the tape backing off the next one and butt it up. Let me see if I can get in a little bit closer for you. See this line right here? I'm just going to butt, here's this tape on the back here. I'm going to butt this folded edge with this cut edge. Oh, I got glue on my finger. With this cut edge here. So I'm just butting it up like that. Burnish it, open it up, and do the exact same thing. So I'll keep on doing that.
I can take it anywhere, you know it. Oh, you make me laugh. You like good food. You're from that place. You're from my place. Get your clothes and let's take a drive. True love's coming back in style. We'll be riding to my song. Pretty, pretty. There ain't nothing going wrong. Really, really. So good when you came my way. You came laughing.
Okay, so now I have that 2 by 7.5 piece that we scored at 2 and 2 1/4. And I'm just going to fold it on our score marks and burnish it. Then I'm going to cover this end right here with some score tape. Okay. And then peel it back. And I'm going to fold it back so this part is just sticking up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to center this as best as I can with these pages here. Okay. So when I unfold it, you have that 1/2 or that 1/4 inch score mark here. Now I'm going to get my magnet out, but let me get in the frame here. Here's the end of my thing. So I'm just going to take the tape backing off and pop it on there. And I want to make sure that there's enough room here so that when I cut a piece of paper to stick it here, you won't see the magnet. So because I like to mat 1/4 inch away, I'm going to make sure that this is at least 1/4 inch away and kind of in the center. Now I'm going to remove tape backing off the other side of the magnet, or And I'm going to stick the magnets down so that the sticky side is up. I'm going to fold these down, and I'm going to make sure that my 1/4 inch gusset here is sticking straight up, that it's not like pulled taut, or also it's not going to matter. And then I'm just going to stick it down. And then now I have my flap. So now I'm going to flip it over, and we're going to do this page here. Okay. And you want the page, this is the binding side. The left side is the binding. So now it's going to be the right side is the binding. You want your page to open up from the left-hand side like this, so that it doesn't open up towards the binding. Measures 8.5 by 8. And so this is 8.5 by 8 and 2 by 9. So I'm going to stick the 2 by 9 in on the 9-inch side is at the top, and I'm going to score at 1/2 inch and 8.5. And this is what's going to create this little belly band here. And this 8.5 by 8 sheet, I'm going to stick so that the 8.5 is at the top, and I'm going to score at 1/2 inch. 8.5 by 8.5. And what we're going to do is score 1/2 inch on all 4 sides. So I'm going to stick it in so the 8.5, because it's 8.5 by 8.5, it's square. So I'm just going to start scoring 1/2 inch on all sides. Okay. Now I need my cutter again, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this 8.5 by 8.5 sheet diagonally in half to line up the score mark, not the tip, but the score mark with the center of the cutting line. And I'm just going to cut in half. I'm going to save 1/2 for another page, and then this half we're going to use on the back of the first page. So now I'm just going to fold on all my score marks. This page here, this is going to stick like this. So we need to fold this correctly, because if you fold it the other way, it won't work. So I want this folded edge to be here, so I need to fold it this way. Take that out of the way for a minute. I'll show you to deal with this. Okay. So now once you've folded this triangle, there's going to be a little piece sticking out. I'm just going to chop that off on both sides. There's going to be a square on the back. I'm going to cut that off too. Now I'm going to apply score tape to all my flaps here. Okay, so I'm going to bring my page back, and I'm making sure that the waterfalls are lined up where I wanted them, and the page opens there. So this is the back of my page. First thing I want to do is apply my flap here. Now if you want, you can border punch the side, round the corners, do whatever you want. I'm going to miter my corners, and then I'm going to stick this page down. And you want to try to make it level. You don't want to put it on there crooked. Okay. So now this page opens up. Make sure that it's Okay. So when I open it up, my corner pocket is going to be right here. So I'm just going to take off the tape backing. going to stick these two together, and I'm just going to line it up in the corner down here. Okay. And I want a magnet here, so I'm going to do the exact same thing I did with the big ones, except for I'm using the little magnets now. So I'm taking a negative and a positive, take off the backing. And I don't want to stick it on the right side first. I want to do with the left side so that I know exactly where it's going to stick. And again, I'm trying to stay away from the edge so that I have room to mat. These are really strong magnets. Well, that's what I like about them, because you can put paper over them and they're still going to stick really well. So making sure this is straight, and then I'm burnishing it down. So there's the magnet. Now this piece is going to be the belly band on the front. So I'm just going to take off the tape backing, put it on the center of the page. And there we go. That's the first page done. Now we're going to do the second page, which I can't remember. Okay, it's going to be, nope, that was the last page. It's going to be this page here. All right, so we need our second page that we already created, making sure that the opening is on the left, and we're going to create this long flap here with this little pocket right here, and there's nothing on the inside. So we need the page that measures 8 by 11. Got our scoreboard out, and we're going to stick it in so the 11-inch side is at the top, and we're going to score at 1/2 inch, and then at 8.5. Then we need the piece that measures 3 by 9. I'm going to stick it in so that the 9-inch side is at the top, and I'm going to score at 1/2 inch, and at 8.5 we're going to rotate it so that the 3-inch side is at the top and score at 1/2 inch. Now I punched out where these score marks are. There's one on the bottom and one on each side, so I'm going to punch out the top of this, and that was just for decoration, no other reason. I just liked it. And this is an EK Success punch, and I don't know what the name of it is. Okay, so I'm just going to fold on my score marks. I'm going to cut out the squares that are formed when you fold them. Then I'm going to fold this back, and I'm going to see what sticks out. So I'm just going to cut at an angle and just remove that so you can't see it. Okay, so when the page is folded, you can't see. Okay. And now I'm going to fold on this 1/2 inch score mark, burnish it really well, and then this goes forward. Okay, so again, the opening's on the side. I'm going to open it up, put some score tape on that fold. I'm going to put score tape on all 3 of these. It's open. The scores are open. Scores are open. Is that it's not even proper, but anyway, they're unfolded. Okay, so when I fold it, the score tape is on the back. First things first, this is the left side of the page. So I want to attach this to the right because this is the opening, this is the binding. Okay, I always, oops, I got to cut. Okay. So I'm going to take out the score tape and I'm going to line this up. Okay, and this is a little flap here. We're going to take this pocket that we just made and stick it right on top. Here we go. Oh, nope, my page is crooked. I'm going to line it up here, push down, and burnish so that it's straight. Okay, so I want my pocket to open right here. So I'm gluing the folded edge up with the folded edge of this page here. Apparently, I don't know how to measure. Okay, so there's the pocket there. It opens up. There's nothing there. So now I'm going to flip it over. Now the right side is where the binding is, okay? And this is the two pockets. So you're going to need the 9x5 and the 9x4.5. We're going to score on 3 sides. So the first one is 9 inches, and I can already tell I didn't really cut it at 9 because right here is the 9-inch score mark. Whatever. So I'm going to score at 1/2 inch and at 8.5, and then I'm going to rotate it once on the 5-inch side and score at 1/2 inch. The 9x4.5, I'm doing the exact same thing. The 9 inches at the top, scoring at 1/2 inch, 8.5, rotating and scoring at 1/2 inch. Now I also punched the tops of these pockets as well. So I'll do that. I will fold and I'll put the score tape on and I'll be right back.
Can't relate to where I'm going, but I can take you anywhere you want to go. You make me laugh. You like good food. You're from that place. You're from my place. We be eating hamburgers and fries. We be up watching movies all night. We ain't riding on 22s. We saving our money. We saving our money. And we be eating ice cream and cake. We going through life like it's our birthday. Riding on 22s.
The piece that I cut that measured 9x5, it's obviously a different measurement now because I border punched it, okay? But that's the piece I'm going to stick down first because I want the larger piece on the back. Again, I'm lining it up with the bottom and with the sides. Now I'm sticking the 4.5 by 9-inch piece right on top of that, and that is going to make the second pocket. Again, I'm lining it up. Okay, now I'm going to burnish. So that's page 2 done. Now the last page is simple. Okay, so we're going to bring in another sheet that measures 8 by 8.5. I'm going to score on the 8.5-inch side at 1/2 inch. And then we have our second triangle from earlier. So I'm going to fold on this 1/2-inch piece. Whoops. I totally didn't score that right. So put it in there at the 8. There we go. And then this piece, and again, I need to make sure that I fold it in the right direction because I want the point, being at the right side here. So just make sure that you fold it first and, you know, put it on your page without any tape, just to make sure that that's the right way to fold it, because I've done it before and it was the wrong way. So again, I'm cutting off that in these squares. And I've decided I'm going to border punch the side because that's what I did on the other one. So I'm just border punching. Okay. Again, I'm making sure that my openings are going horizontal. I'm going to unfold my page here so that I can stick my score tape on it. I'm going to trim off the corners, peel off the front, and I'm putting the folded edge on the right side here. I'm going to flip it over and apply my last vertical pocket. I say vertical, I meant diagonal. I don't know my directions right now, apparently. Okay. And I'm lining up the points with the point on the page and then making sure that it lines up. Right. Folding it there and bringing it down. Okay, and that is it. So I have all 6 pages now, and this will be my first page. And then I'll have this be my second, this one be my third, this fourth, this fifth, and this sixth. So I have all my pages in there, and now I will make the binding. I think I'm going to use craft cardstock, and I'm just going to cut it down to 8 inches because my pages measure 8. I might need 2 pieces because I'm going with 1/2 inch gusset. So first I'm just going to use a 1 inch as my flap, and I'm just going to score at 1/2 inch all the way down till I get to about here, and then I'm going to count. This is 1 hinge, and this is the gusset. This is 2, gusset, 3, gusset, 4, gusset. This is 5, gusset, 6. So 6 pages fit on an 8 by 11 sheet with about 1.5 inches on the side, so that's good. So now I'll make my spine and my covers just like I've done every other time, and then I'll be back with a decorating video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.